Hi, I'm the Beauty Professor, and you can find my beauty blog at www.beautyprofessor.net. Today I will be doing a brief tutorial on my 5-minute face. I don't have a lot of time to get ready in the morning, and often my days are super long, starting early in the morning, and I'll be teaching and lecturing until quite late at night. It's imperative that whatever I do in the morning lasts me the entire day, and I've worked out a system in order to help me achieve that goal. I'll be working with a minimum amount of product to achieve a maximum impact on the face. So I find that if you want your makeup to last the whole day, you have to start with a really excellent base. The one that I've been using lately is Revlon Color Stay Whipped Foundation in number 320, which is warm golden. And I tend to be a big fan of the high-end foundations. I love Giorgio Armani Maestro by Terry Cover Expert, Tom Ford Traceless Foundation Stick. And those are definitely all in my rotation along with Kogan Doe and Kevyn Aucoin. But this was something I bought on a whim when I was at Target shopping for other things, and I've done a full review of it on my blog. It has completely exceeded my expectations, and seriously, this particular foundation lasts the entire day, which is why I'm choosing to showcase it for this tutorial. Right now, I just have some Rouge Bunny Rouge lip balm on in Sip of Pink, and I put that on my lips first thing in the morning to kind of prime things, moisturize. That's one thing I'm wearing prior to applying everything else, just as a disclaimer. I quickly, in the morning, I'm up, I've put my face cream on, which in this case is the Metier de Beaute Peau Vierge. Finally getting adept at saying that. In shade number 2, it's amazing. I've done a full review of it on my blog. It is skincare and a slightly tinted moisturizer, an illuminator, all in one. And I'm on my second bottle now, which really says something since I tend to try products excessively. So I have a layer of that on. It's really sheer, but you can even see the illuminating properties right now. Fortunately, I'm getting some natural daylight shining. I'm going to take my Sephora Airbrush, which once again, I have reviewed heavily on my blog. I'm always giving it a shout out because it's just so versatile. I'm going to take this cream foundation. I'm going to just dab a tiny little bit in there. So you can just see I have a little product on the tip of the brush, and I'm going to just blot different areas of my face here, the 4 areas. Just buff it in. Creates a really seamless canvas. Can't tell where the foundation has covered and what skin, and that's how it should be. It shouldn't be obvious. And that's really all I need. Sometimes I'm tempted to put more on just because it was so quick the first time around, but you don't need to. All right, so there we go. Foundation done. Next up is concealer, and thankfully, as long as I adhere to a really thorough skincare system, then I find that you need less foundation and concealer overall, which is always my goal. I don't usually apply concealer until after foundation because then I find to use a lot less. I take my retractable, I think it's a lip brush actually, but I just use it expressly for concealer. Dip a little bit in my Laura Mercier Secret Camoflauge SC3. It's got 2 colors in it, a lighter beige and a slightly deeper, warmer beige, and I just get a little bit of both on the tip of this brush, and then I leave this at home. It never goes with me. I don't need it. I take my brush, and I might look for any dark spots. Let's see here. Maybe a little bit in there, and I just dab it in. I don't use this under the eyes because I find that it's too thick, and I'm not really dark under there for the most part, so this is going to be the extent of my concealer for now. What's nice is that once I've put some on the brush, I just throw this tiny little brush into my bag for the day, and I don't have to worry about concealer, but if I do have to touch up, I have some on here. For the under eye, I lately have been using just a little bit of the Metier de Beaute Eye Brightening and Setting Powder. It's in the shade Refresh, which is kind of a pale beige with a slightly pink. I don't normally go for pinks, but this actually does a great job of brightening. It's powder, not a cream concealer. I just put a little bit on my finger, and I'm just gonna rub it right under there for some brightness. I also find that if I put some powder under here first, that whatever else I add to my under eye just stays in place. It's like a good pre-setting powder and nothing migrates. Next up is the eye color, and if I really just have a short amount of time to get ready in the morning, which it is the case most mornings, then I prefer to do a single wash of color. I love the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill shadows. Number 15 is one of my all-time favorites, and today I'm going to be wearing number 28. It's a kind of a plummy bronze gold hybrid. This is an interesting formula. It's kind of powder mixed with cream. It applies much more seamlessly with a brush. My Sephora shadow brush in number 234. A little bit, dab this on. I'm gonna close my eye and I'm just gonna sweep this across my eye. See how this is really time effective, and once again you get that maximum impact with a minimum amount of products and a minimum amount of time. Just gonna cover my lid, go all the way to the crease, blending this out. And the key with this is just to make sure you really pat it into the eye. The beauty of this product is once it's applied, it does not crease or degrade for the entire day. Put a little more under the eye. And a little bit on this side. A light smoky eye in like 25 seconds. Next up are the brows, and I am a natural full brow kind of girl if you hadn't noticed. I'm just going to use a little bit of this Anastasia brow powder duo in medium ash, which is a interesting kind of two-tone taupe situation. And I take my Anastasia brush number 15, take a little bit of powder, literally it's just a quick little dab, and I'm just gonna fill in, create a little more shape there. It's so quick. I don't like to overdo brows, and I have enough where I don't need to put a lot of product on. All right, final step in the eyes would be mascara, and I'm going to be applying the Guerlain Lait 2 mascara in noir or black. Dual-ended sides here that have mascara applicators or wands on either side. The one with the writing is the side that I usually go to first. It has the more traditional mascara brush, albeit very thin, and I'd like to point that out. I like to use this when I'm in a hurry because there's less chance of me making a mistake and getting mascara all over the orbital area of my eye. But sometimes that can happen with a bigger brush. You're in a hurry and you just put it on and that brush gets in the way. So a thin brush is good when you're in a hurry. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on my eye lashes. A few coats. This mascara really builds the lashes quickly. Add a little more at the top. Bottom lashes, just wiggle that through. And really this is where I might lose some of my time in the morning. It's just getting mascara on, but I find that when this is done properly, it really imparts the finish. Mascara one without, you can see the massive difference, and it really only took me about 25-30 seconds for one eye, so double that by 2. So I went ahead and finished the other eye with mascara. I promise it was only a 30-second endeavor, but I just wanted to show you the full up-close final product of literally 3 products to have your eyes look this finished. Now that I have most of my face done, I'm probably at 75%, about 3.5 minutes into the process. This would be the point where I'd probably go run to my closet and put on what I'm going to wear for the day. So I've just integrated a change into this video. I have cheeks and lips and any finishing powder I might want to add to set the whole look. Doing my cheeks is a 2-step process. First, I want to accentuate the contours of my face, and I'll be using the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Compact in Intensity O. Contouring is something that many people associate with being a time-consuming endeavor, and I will tell you, no, it's not. It can be done really quickly if you have the right product, the right brush, and you know what you're doing. I'm going to use my Sephora Angled Synthetic Brush in number 130. It's great for applying this particular product. Gently tap this in, and this is where the magic happens. I'm going to suck in my cheeks and dab along the hollow part. You can already see the difference there between this one and this one. Has product, one doesn't. Other side. Now I'm tapping to make sure the product gets pressed into the skin, and it's a cream, not a powder, so it will become one with the skin if it's applied effectively. And suddenly, boom, cheekbones and contour. I'm gonna take a little more and I'm going to go across the top of my forehead A little bit on my jawline to just create a nice shadow there. Accentuate the contour, tiny bit down there. And the nose, I know some people can spend a lot of time contouring the nose. I don't have a lot of time in the morning, as aforementioned, so I'm going to just use the tip here, brush a little bit on that side, a little more on that side, and I'm calling it a day. Because I just applied a cream-based product and I want this makeup to last for the entire day, I am going to go ahead and go over my contour with a bronzer. In this case, I'm using the Rouge Bunny Rouge at Goldcombe. Is my winter bronzer because it's kind of a nice pale brown color. It's neither orangey nor is it too dark or pronounced, and it provides just the right amount of shading over the contour area that I've just applied with the Tom Ford product. Kind of lock that into place. Not a lot of product is necessary to do this, but suddenly I know things are going to be staying put. Some blush. So far I've applied 2 brown-based products, or brown-toned products. I'm working now with the Tom Ford Cheek Color in Frantic Pink. Hopefully that sharpens up. Come on. There we go. And the Frantic Pink is a very pale pink with some shimmer. Going to use this angled Sephora blush brush that's always in my makeup bag, and it's retractable, so it's protected. And I'm just gonna smile and add some to the apples of my cheeks here. You can see it gives a nice pink flush, some subtle illumination, but look flushed and healthy. And the face is finished. Okay, last step is lips, so we'll move on to that. In the interim, I just took out my little hair clip here. I'm going to go really simple on my lips today. If I had to use 3 lip products to last me the entire day and give me that maximum impact quickly, this is how I would do it. Tom Ford lip color in Pink Dusk, and it's a beautiful mid-tone mauve pink, full coverage, creamy. The formula on this particular line of lipstick is just phenomenal. All right, now I tend to be a huge fan of pale on the lip. Go ahead and move to its sister, Tom Ford Nude Vanilla. This is a beautiful, very pale, creamy, kind of 60s chic nude. And I'm going to put just one swipe. I kind of do a 2-to-1 ratio on the Pink Dusk and the Nude Vanilla. Always save this for the very end as a finisher as I go back to my Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Compact, the illuminating cream now. And this is kind of a very transparent, luminescent, white cream. You can kind of see it on my fingertip there. And I'm just going to sweep some on my brow where I want the light to be caught, a little bit down the bridge of my nose, touch at my Cupid's bow, and then a little more on my upper cheekbones here. Hopefully there's going to be enough light in my house from the daylight coming through my window to show you how well this product imparts light on the face. Try to get as close as I can and move my face around so you can see. And see that sheen on my forehead. The absolute last step, and I don't even usually do this until after I arrive at work, before I get out of my car. Some of this Sulwhasoo Brightening Powder Foundation. It's SPF 42, which is crazy high. And I use Natural Beige, which is shade 2. You can get this at Bergdorf Goodman's in New York, which is where mine was procured from. I'm not usually a fan of the sponge, but in this case, it's better than a brush to just use a little bit of this. I'm just going to put it in areas where I might tend to get shiny quickly. Not a lot, because I don't want to take off the glow I've just put on. Full face of makeup. It's natural, but it lasts the entire day into the night. I can attest to that personally. And I guess my intent in making this video is to show you that you don't necessarily need an inordinate amount of time to get a polished, sophisticated, pretty look going with the makeup that you have. However, if you're not bringing a good attitude to the table, an excitement for life, and an appreciation for the breath that you breathe when you start the day, no amount of makeup is going to make a difference. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial on my 5-minute face. Please visit me at my beauty blog at www.beautyprofessor.net.